out to the first tee at the Masters, Augusta National, I don't mean this disparagingly. That means I'm one of the old guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't you see Tiger Woods having trouble ever going, I'm one of the old guys.
And how far could he actually hit it?
He may still go 300.
He might.
On one swing.
He might.
I think, Doc, we lost Doc Bates, but great stuff as always,
Yes.
man,
Yes.
with Dr. Bates. I appreciate him going in layman terms. Brent,
Okay.
before we go to break, what do we got with recruiting?
5 o'clock team update from 24/7.
Okay.
First 5, Texas, Georgia, Bama, Oregon, Ohio State. Second 5, Auburn, Michigan, A&M, LSU, and the Gators at number 10. Tennessee, Notre Dame, Southern Cal, Ole Miss, and Miami, 11 through 15. 16, OU, Penn State, Georgia Tech.
How about that? Good for Georgia
18
Tech. In the country in
Missouri
recruiting.
19, and if Zach's listening,
South Carolina 20.
Carolina 20, you get a top 25 class, you've done well. Nebraska, FSU, and I'm still surprised at that.
22 is not terrible.
No, it's not. Washington, TCU, and Wisconsin.
How about that? Did we ever get anything on Solomon Thomas, or is that still floating?
We will double check that, and we can do that quickly.
So there you have it. National Signing Day starting to wrap up. Now, I think it's 3 days, actually.
It is.
Most guys, I think probably 80, 85, 90% of the guys will sign today, but some of them will carry it on the next couple of days or move it to February, right? There's another signing day.
Oh, yeah.
The portal opens Monday.
Yes.
Kids have thrown their name in it, but the portal opens Monday. What do you got? Solomon Thomas looks like
LSU.
he inked with LSU.
What about that?
How big of a surprise. Nothing
Florida
against
and Florida
that.
State had
But
there.
Solomon Thomas was an FSU commitment from Reigns forever, 5-star.
Sure was.
Florida supposedly got in on him, but LSU got his signature. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it from Clayton Freeman.
And
who
you know,
writes
good for him, man. You got to make your own decision.
Sure
but
do.
How stunned are you about that?
I am. I am. And now look, now you made this point. It's a really good one. Some kids just want to get out of town.
I agree. There are a lot of kids that I don't care if they're in the shadows of Doak Campbell or Ben Hill
there are a lot
or
of kids
Bear Bryant
who go out of town and in 3 months they're back.
Yeah, and they
never should have left.
That is huge. That's a I don't know if it's as big a kick in the giblets to Florida as it is. And what do you got? Read this.
LSU flipped 5-star offensive lineman Solomon Thomas from Florida State. Get this now. He's the number 24 overall player in the country.
Wow. And I would have just about overall player, not lineman, overall. Yeah. I would have just about, and I'm not a recruit, Nick. I let people do the work for me. I'm lazy. Yeah. But everything I've heard about this, and he's supposed to be a star player coming out of Reigns. I mean, ready to play. I would have bet anything I bet that he's at least going to FSU Florida.
Mm-hmm.
LSU swooped in. Brian Kelly and the boys.
Oh, yeah. By the way, some talk about, I give Football Scoop credit for this.
Okay.
John Summerall, who's a really good coach, who was at Troy and now Tulane. UNC, North Carolina, would like to meet with him this weekend.
Wouldn't be a bad hire.
He is going to be a wanted man, I can tell you that.
He's a Southern guy. He's got Southern roots, got SEC roots, so he knows this area.
Look.
It's a good job, too, I think, with the right guy.
Terry and I talked about this during the break. Is the fact that Lincoln Riley has been mentioned for the UCF job. What in the world does that? Listen, he would be better, Terry. He'd be better going to Florida as an offensive coordinator for a year or two.
And I know we're way past the break, but let's stay here. Is Lincoln Riley headed down the Tom Herman path? Do you remember Tom Herman? He was at Houston. They beat FSU in a bowl game. He took Houston near to the playoffs. He goes to Texas and Flames. Yeah. I mean, he was huge. What do you got here with Mike Gundy?
Mike Gundy is making major staff changes to his assistant coach lineup.
So that means?
Now, again, remember the Board of Trustees, which, they don't meet to to have breakfast. Okay,
trade Christmas cards.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, the board of trustees meets on Friday
when big
at
stuff
at Oklahoma State. Would that be to discuss a bunch of assistants leaving?
And you wonder, is Gundy doing this preemptively?
Yeah.
Or is he told you're safe if you do this?
Great point. Great question.
What are your thoughts on Gundy? And I do not ever like to abdicate somebody getting fired. There's plenty of times I say I think there should be a divorce, and that's my opinion. I think, and I'll let you answer this, I think Gundy and Oklahoma State need to split. I think Mike Gundy can get jobs.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma State can attract decent level, not the highest level. I think they need to divorce. Your thoughts? He's been there almost 20 years.
Well, look, even Nick Saban said after 10 years, players quit listening to you.
Yep.
And imagine what it is after 20.
Yep. And Coach Spurrier used to allude to that.
He did, didn't he?
And Nick Saban alluded to that a bunch. And Gator Nation hated it because when Coach Spurrier got into Gainesville, and after a couple of years, you knew what was going on.
Oh,
this guy was going to be in the middle of it every year.
Yeah.
May not get there, may not win it, but in the middle of it. That was when the landscape changed. The 25 to 30-year-old coach was no more.
True.
Gator Nation saw Spurrier get in there 90, 91, 92, and they went, yes. Well, it was changing. The Bobby Bowden, 25 years. The Joe Paterno, 30 years, 40 years. That ended. And I don't know if that ever comes back. But used to be you got the guy, Paterno was there for 40 years, 45 years. And Bowden was there pushing 30. Bear Bryant. But I mean, Saban probably went a year too long. What are you doing at 17?
Yeah. I think he probably would tell you that. Quick question: if Spurrier doesn't go to the Redskins, how much longer would he have stayed at Florida? Maybe because he had another 3 to 5 years in him, didn't he?
I don't know if the NFL didn't pull him away. Anything else would have pulled him away.
I agree.
I'm not so
agree
sure.
With that. I agree with that.
I'm not so sure he might have been but the culture isn't that anymore. But your point is a good one. I don't think Notre Dame pulls him away. I don't think Oklahoma pulls him away. I don't think Alabama pulls him away from Florida.
Yeah.
The NFL, you got to go try that big movie screen.
Sure.
But no, if he just says I don't like the NFL. I've heard too many people say it's not for me. Gosh darn, he might have wrapped up 5 years ago at Florida.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
But we're in a different era. The 30-year-old coach at one school is over.
Yeah.
It's over. We're going to break. And I know this sounds like bashing, and it should sound like bashing, but I want you to say your piece on this. I am out and about today. I had a couple meetings, and I was around TVs, and I don't know if this was old. I think it might have been around signing day. It was a signing day interview maybe. It might have been a week old. There was Nick Saban on camera, ESPN, I guess. And he was in a stadium, an empty stadium. And Nick Saban, he was a Blazer.
Yeah.
No tie, but he's number one, he's Nick freaking Saban.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And he's on a set on a field. And I couldn't hear because I'm in a sports bar restaurant having lunch. And there's Nick Saban, who I idolize, who he is college football.
He is.
He is a Mount Rushmore guy. And he's being interviewed, and I think they're talking about signing day. He's being interviewed because I guess he's on the Pat McAfee show in the middle of the day. He's a middle of the day guy.
Yes.
There's Nick Saban, that guy, Nick Saban, that guy.
Yeah.
The honor, the prestige, the respect. And he's in a blazer with a shirt, no tie. He's been interviewed by Pat McAfee, who's sitting right next to him in a tank top. So
I know.
But I mean,
I know.
But I mean,
oh yeah.
Meaning Pat McAfee is as close as I am to you. You're Nick Saban. I'm Pat McAfee. Yeah. Why are my armpits exposed?
I don't know.
Okay, and Brett, am I just old guy?
Does he have a deal with these T-shirts or something?
Am I just old
it's
guy?
Like this wife beater stuff.
But I mean, isn't there a respect factor? Your armpits are exposed, and you're sitting on set. Would you do that with the president of the United? I don't care who the president is.
He
don't show up in armpits.
He makes $17 million. Zach may be able to chime in on this.
And it matters not.
It's just part of his shtick, you know. It's the WWE culture. He's on that, and I think that Nick Saban enjoys the Pat McAfee experience.
He's a nerd.
I think.
Do y'all realize Pat McAfee is a nerd? Do you realize that? Right.
I mean,
and he's the worst nerd. He's a nerd that doesn't know he's a nerd.
Yeah.
A lot of your nerds know they're nerds. Okay? A lot of your the worst idiot in the world is an idiot that doesn't know they're an idiot.
I just don't think he does.
Does that make sense?
I don't think he does anything for game day.
His armpits are hanging out next to Nick Saban. You don't have some class.
I don't know. I don't fully understand the anger behind this.
Zach, if you fire up that camera with a tank top and your armpits, you're out of here, Zach.
I might. I mean, I heard you bash Jersey guys, so I wore a jersey. Now I'm hearing you bashing tank top guys.
He's trying me. He's drawing me. All right.
Well, he's one of the best producers in this whole town.
I know.
So
he's saying, Gamecocks. Oh, South Carolina. All right, Zach. Keep it around.
Okay, Zach. Did you get that?
What's the Don Staley?
Yeah,
Gamecocks. Sandstorm.
And you pay him.
Shane Beamer.
And you pay him $17 million.
Unbelievable.
Zach, did you hear what we said?
I did.
Sandstorm, Zach. Sandstorm.
Zach's one of the best producers in this town.
I appreciate it.
Boy, I tell you one thing.
And probably should have his own show somewhere.
Jiminy crickets. Let's stop there. Let's go to break. We got 20 minutes left.
We said enough.
We'll come back, start landing this plane on a Wednesday. It is the Young and Norvelle Show, of course. Coming to you live from our Wednesday Hump Day home. Every Wednesday, we are set up live inside Twin Peaks. Come by, say hi.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry. We still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
All right, we got Chris Kringle. Zach, we turned it over to Chris Kringle, and he didn't tell us we were back. For God's sake, Zach. Tell you,
Chris Kringle is always watching. He knows when you're sleeping and when you're awake.
Hey, Santa is always watching. There's a perfect example. And you know what? We'll just send Brent. Here's Brent. I was going to say, Brent, we're going to just use Chris the rest of the way.
Okay,
but there he is. Brent Beard, Terry Norvelle.
Yes.
We'll wrap it up. I want to thank again our fun hosts here on Wednesday. We love coming to Twin Peaks. Great restaurant, great food, great atmosphere, tremendous sports setup. Again, they keep it kind of a lot of windows here, but they do a job like they do at Bricks. They got a lot of windows. You like windows, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But it's not bright inside, so the TVs pop just like Bricks.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bricks, we'll be there Friday. Tomorrow, come by and see us if you're in the Neptune Beach area. We set up live on Thursdays on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar. Brent, we got a few minutes left. Let's just kind of do a bounce around. We've talked a lot of Trevor Lawrence, a lot of Jaguars. He's basically shut down for the rest of the year per Adam Schefter on IR. That's the right move. They're 2-10.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
It's National Signing Day.
Yeah.
It's coming off a lot like we thought.
And again, Solomon is the
Solomon Thomas. What a surprise.
Going to LSU.
Wow.
I would have thought he was going to. By the way, Dane Key from Kentucky is going to the transfer portal,
and he had moments. Dane Key,
he did,
where he stood out.
He sure did.
I don't know if it was and I mean this. There's multiple ways to use this word. I don't know if it was the retarded passing attack of Kentucky. You know what I mean by that?
Oh yeah.
They didn't ever have a real high, but I thought Dane Key was a nice receiver at times for Tennessee. But getting back to Solomon Thomas, I think I'm with you. I would have bet about 95% that the big offensive tackle, ready-made for college football, by the way, from Raines High School, I would have thought 90% Florida or Florida State.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes to LSU.
Look, these kids have got to go. Well, and let's be honest, right now, it's not just Solomon, it's all of them. Who's going to pay me the most money?
Sure.
Is the reason why, but these guys don't think. I think what they don't understand sometimes is, man, I'm telling you, if this doesn't go well, your mom and dad, your buddies can't. You can't drive from here to Baton Rouge in an hour and a half, can you?
You're giving up a day here and a day there.
Yeah, you sure do.
I think you'll agree with what I'm going to say. I think it's coming around, but part of signing day is the end of day or the next day brag. You love to go, my favorite team finished third in the nation. My favorite team finished top 10.
Yeah.
My favorite team 8. My finished team won theoretically signing day.
Yeah.
I do think this is coming around. I don't think it's here yet, but I hope it happens. You really shouldn't rate this stuff today or tomorrow
Yeah.
until the portal. Until the portal. I think the portal's got to get mixed in.
I agree, but they do it obviously because
Sure they do.
Of where it goes. Now, one thing about recruiting that folks may not be aware of is the fact that instead of the national letter of intent, athletes now agree to a financial aid agreement with schools that will be used as, quote, contract related to an impending revenue sharing model across college athletics.
Interesting.
So we no longer have the national letter of intent.
Interesting.
A lot of folks probably were not aware of that.
I agree. That is interesting. And this, by the way, 5 years from now, the time frame and the overlapping will all be changed, right? Wouldn't you agree with that? But there's going to be an awkward situation. The portal opens Monday.
Yes.
Which is the 9th, I think it is.
It is.
Okay, and
correct.
I can't remember. They've gone back and forth. It's either 30 days or 45 days.
No, it's closer to 2 weeks.
Okay, a couple weeks.
Weeks. Which is what it ought to be instead of a month.
But it's going to be an awkward situation where a lot of your good teams are playing. Certainly your best teams are playing December 20th.
Right.
And then hopefully 10 days later and 10 days. But it is going to be an awkward situation when the NFL, I think I'm right here, when the NFL has free agency, they're not playing NFL games.
Right.
When college football is about to have free agency, they're going to be games and they're going to be practices going on. What if you are Brent, you're XYZ University, good solid college.
Okay.
You're a good solid college and you got good teams going on. Okay, so it goes 20 days.
Okay.
And it ends on the 28th.
Right.
So that's a good week into the playoffs.
Yeah, in the spring windows, that's what we're thinking about.
So December 9th to December 28th.
Yes.
Okay. The college football playoff starts the 20th. So you've got 8 days into it.
Yeah.
So what if you're one of these good programs? You've made the college playoff, or you've made the first 2 bowls below it. So you're you're a good program.
Right, absolutely.
Well, your coaching staff, is going to be split up.
They are.
They got to put in game prep.
Yeah.
But they got to stay in the portal.
Sure.
And then what if you're a decent, solid receiver at XY University that maybe is not even in the playoff, but they're in a good bowl game?
Yeah.
They're in a good bowl game, right? And you're the third or fourth receiver, but you're a sophomore. And you start seeing headlines that your school is talking to Dane Key from Kentucky to come be your number one.
Absolutely.
Or Joe whoever.
Yeah.
How awkward is that going to be?
Well,
because again, when the NFL signs Randy Moss as a receiver in the offseason or Tom Brady, it's not like they're not playing games during that period.
No. Well, the thing they really need to do is, Stephen, is to cut this more and have it in before the 20th. But now I guess I understand why they do it in December, because like, and I don't think we even talked about this. Terry and I talked about it off the air. Florida has got 18 midterm enrollees coming out of this class.
That is incredible.
That's basically your entire class going to be there in January.
That is incredible. So
did you know how helpful that is?
The day of true freshmen is going away.
It really is.
You almost can't. If somebody gets to your program, they're pulling the U-Haul and they're moving in December for the January semester. Yeah. And the season is in late August.
Right.
That's not a true. You've been on campus 7-8 months.
But if you don't, Terry, if you don't get there now, before if you get there like you pull the U-Haul up on June 1, you're almost assured to redshirt now.
You're way behind.
Yeah, you really
aren't you? And isn't it funny? 20 years ago, it wasn't that we were so behind the times. Nobody even thought of, well, wait a minute. In the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade summers, take some classes so you can graduate early.
Absolutely.
Nobody thought of that.
No.
Nobody thought of that.
No, they really didn't. No, absolutely.
That was unheard of.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
And then you said there's another portal after spring ball.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
The spring, April 16th, that last 10 days.
10 days.
Now, see, that's better.
And I like that one. I like both of them. I like the portal. I'm a big portal guy. I think it's wonderful.
I agree.
But that April one is basically after spring ball, after you've had your, I don't want to say exit interview, but these players all get talked to after spring ball. All right, you're my starting quarterback. Here's what I want you to do.
Right.
During the offseason.
Yeah.
All right, you're my starting guard. All right, you're my starting tackle. All right. Well, they also have a lot of you have one-on-one interviews. Hey, listen, Mr. Beard, Brent, we love you. You're a team player.
Yeah.
I don't see you having a lot of playing time here.
Yeah.
You might want to think about and you're from Mississippi. How about I call Mississippi State or Southern Miss?
And most of these, the good coaches will do that.
But that one makes a lot of sense because you've used your 15 spring practices and your game, and you go, okay, we need help at receiver.
Right.
We need help at cornerback. I love that.
And look, I know we have a short sample size, but we're close to going. But the reality is, Terry, if you're going to make a move now, particularly getting a quarterback, you've got to do it in that December period.
You really do.
Because you're not going to get one in April.
You really aren't, and you want him to get there,
or you're not going to get one that's very good.
No. Do you think it's a foregone conclusion what we saw last night with the reveal? There's one or two. Okay, if Clemson does this, but is that pretty much what we're going to see Sunday, Selection Sunday?
I think it is. I think they are. Here's what I think the committee did. I think the committee did a preemptive strike. I think they want Alabama in there for the television value of it. And even if Clemson beats SMU, that they will drop SMU behind Alabama.
And Clemson and Bama will get in.
Yeah.
SMU, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you just you're a Johnny-come-lately.
Right. Well, then let's be honest too.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be disparaging here, but Terry and I just know how these guys think.
Absolutely.
In this committee, and here's the question: what TV value? And look, they've had an exciting season. They're good. I like Rhett Lashley, but they're going to say, what TV value does SMU give?
If I had $1 for everybody I've talked to in the last 3 months, because I've seen SMU a lot. I don't know why. I'm a junkie. They were on when I was watching. They're fun as hell on offense.
They are.
If I had $1 for every time I told somebody, go, listen, I don't know if you know anything about SMU. They're fun. And they look at me with wide eyes like, what?
Yeah.
They have
absolutely.
no panache.
They're in the ACC?
Yeah, they have no panache. I will say this, and I will continue this. If Boise State wins the national title in football, I'll still stand by this. And I'll even throw Notre Dame in this a little bit. I have issues. Go ahead. Take out strength of schedule. You don't enforce it, take it out.
Yeah. If you're not going to use it, I agree with that.
Boise State, love Ashton Genty, may win the Heisman. I don't think he will.
Yeah.
They're a good story. I know people love the underdog, the little guy. But the schedule they played, if things hold, they get a bye.
Yeah.
How in God's green earth? And they could go win the national title, and I'll still go, that's wrong, playing that schedule, and you get a bye.
And see, that's part of the criticism now is they're saying there are too many automatic qualifiers.
Yes. They shouldn't get a bye. And Notre Dame will get a host playing that schedule.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, Notre Dame, I know you cut your teeth.
Yeah.
You are one of the 3 or 4. I mean, it's Oklahoma, Alabama, Notre Dame. I get it. That cut college football, but your schedule should not be rewarded with they get a host.
Yeah, I agree. But
those are my 2 big issues.
But see, not only does TV want Alabama to play Notre Dame, they want the game at Notre Dame.
Absolutely.
And they want the game in the winter. And if they've got a few snowflakes around, that would even be better.
A minute and a half, but again, a minute and a half, and staying with what you said before we get out of here. We'll do it again tomorrow at 4:00 from Sliders. Hope you can join us. You've got to be of the age, and it'll bring a little tear to my eye.
Yeah, sure.
To see the Golden Dome helmet.
Yeah.
and the crimson helmet
on
the field in a meaningful game in Notre Dame, even Tuscaloosa, but South Bend and Touchdown Jesus. People of the wrong age don't understand what that is.
I hate to keep harping on this. Look, when the numbers would come out, how many people will watch that game?
Oh, and Brent, I mean, to me, I'm going back to that takes me to a kid watching Tom Clements in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, I was there for that game.
Oh my goodness.
In Tulane Stadium.
Oh my God.
1973.
I mean, with respect to Oklahoma, I can't think of anybody else. Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Alabama.
Yeah.
That would be a
Nebraska.
That would be a magical game. Wow. Hey, good stuff, Brent. Thank you so much. We'll get with you probably hopefully Friday as we wrap up the week, and then we'll go into Championship Saturday and Selection Sunday. That'll do it. I want to thank Dr. Bates as well and Patrick Young, who was on earlier. Hey, great basketball tonight. SEC, ACC Challenge Day number 2. We'll talk about it all tomorrow on the other side with the Young and Norvelle Show. Thanks to Twin Peaks. We'll be back here every Wednesday.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.